Good morning everybody, welcome. We're going to start with the class now. Is there anyone with any injuries that I need to be aware of? Okay, perfect. So today we're going to be doing a yoga align class. No, not align, sorry, calm. Don't worry, I had it wrong. It's a calm, yoga calm class. If you haven't done a yoga calm class before, it's pretty much 6 poses, and each pose we keep for 5 minutes. So the stretch goes all the way down to the deeper fascias. And I know it's sometimes frustrating if you are not used to sitting still, but it's actually necessary. So during the time, try to not get distracted by the rest of the gym. Listen to the music, try to relax, focus on your breathing, and just make the next 45 minutes all about yourself. So you can lie on your back with your head either on the block or flat on the floor, whatever is most comfortable for you. Palms either facing up to the ceiling, or you can put your hands on top of your stomach. Then you can close your eyes, listen to the music, and just relax. Take a deep breath in. Keep it in for 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out. Keep it out for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Throughout the class, I want you to focus on that breathing. And with each breath that you take, feel how the oxygen flows through to all of your muscles. Then you can give me 3 more breaths. Bend your knees and catch your knees with your hands while slowly rocking yourself from side to side. If you do have your head on top of the block, you can slip the block out. Hold on behind the knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, rock it up into a seated position. Cross the legs. As you find yourself seated with the hands on the knees, make sure that your bum cheek stays stacked on the floor. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, give me circles with your upper body. Now reverse it the other way around. Great job. Now straighten out the back, and then I want you to have your feet touching in the center. Hold on to your toes, and then bring your heels close towards your pubic bone. Press down with your elbows onto the inside of your calves, and lean forward with your upper body into the floor. As you find yourself in this position, I want you to really try to relax the hips and to not resist the stretch. Take another deep breath in, and then as you exhale, walk your hands towards the front while keeping your feet as close as possible to your pubic bone. Imagine trying to resist with your knees down into the floor as you lean forward. Now from here, I want you to come back up onto your hands, and then you're going to go onto the knees, but I want you to find yourself on the inside part of your knees, and then walk your elbows down into the floor and keep it there. Try to resist with your hips towards the back, while leaning with your chest in towards the floor. As you're breathing with each exhale that you give, I want you to try to separate your knees even further apart, opening them up more and more towards the sides. And now as you find yourself there, I want you to open up your feet to the sides and then press backwards into the back. You should feel the stretch going properly all the way into the glutes, releasing some of the tension in the piriformis. It's not necessarily a comfortable feeling, so please just remember to breathe. Allow the oxygen to flow through to those areas. Then you can give me 3 more breaths. Bring your feet back towards the center. Come up onto your hands and then bring the knees back. Just allow the hips to take a quick rest before we go into the next pose. Make sure that you've got your block close by. And then you can come up into all fours. Knees in line with the hips and wrists in line with the shoulders. Inhale. As you exhale, extend through the spine and press your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Connect the shoulder blades at the back, open up the chest and look up. Then tilt the pelvis forward, it's cat. And then you can flatten out the back. Tuck the toes at the back, lift the knees off into a plank. And then I want you to slip the right leg through and under. Lower your hip down so that your pubic bone is on top of your knee. And then you can come down all the way onto your elbows. Relax your hip. You should feel a nice stretch going into either the inner thigh or the glute. You might even feel it in the hamstring, depending on where you are tight. Keep it there. With each breath that you take, try to make the stretch a little bit deeper, relaxing more into the hips. Now, while you find yourself in this position, walk your elbows to the front, interlock your fingers, and imagine trying to pull your hands over your head. Bring the hands back over, support with the hands and come up onto your hands. Then bend your knee at the back, catch your foot and press your heel in towards your back. Should feel a nice stretch going through the quad and the hip flexor of the left leg at the back. Imagine trying to tilt and resist with your hip into the floor, all the while squeezing your inner thighs together to make the stretch extra deep. Now give me 3 more breaths. And then you can release the leg at the back. Tuck your toe at the back, slip the right leg towards the back, lower both knees down, press the tailbone to the back of the child's pose and recenter before we do the other side. Then you can come back up into all fours. Tuck the toes at the back, lift the knees off into a plank. And now from here, slip the left leg through and under. Lower the hips down with the pubic bone on top of your heel. And then take the upper body down, line with your chest on top of your knee. You'll find that one side is always worse than the other side. Now, as you find yourself in this position, I want you to press down onto the elbows, interlock the fingers, and imagine trying to pull your arms over your head. Come back up onto your hands. And then bend the right leg at the back, catch your foot. Press your heel in towards your bum. And keep it there. Squeeze your inner thighs together and tilt and reverse with your hips down into the floor as you feel the stretch going all the way through the hip flexor and the quad of the right leg. Now give me 3 more breaths. And then you can release the leg at the back. Tuck the right toe at the back, lift off, both knees on the floor, tailbone to the back, into child pose. Recenter before we go into the next pose. Then you can come back up. Now you're going to keep your block close by if you should need it. And then I want you to first stand up and open up the legs to the sides. Have your toes facing outwards. And then sit. Make sure that the weight is on top of your heels. Shoulders is back and down. And then you can resist with the elbows on the the inside of your knees. Try to lower the bum down even further, and if you feel the need to use assistance of the block, you can put the block underneath the bum. Otherwise, no block. And then interlock the hands behind the heels and keep it there. Now, as you find yourself in this position with the hands on the inside and the elbows supporting, imagine trying to resist with your shoulders on the inside of your knees, separating them apart so that you feel the stretch going deeper into the hips. Unlock the hands again, and then try to open up the hips even more with your elbows and give me praying hands in between. Remember, if you feel the need to use the assistance of the block by sitting on it, please do so. Do what's comfortable for your body, If you want to have a different option, you can also sit on the bum and then just straighten out both legs to the sides and hold onto the toes. That's an option. If at any time during the class you feel that you need a different option, please just signal me. There's lots of options and I know not everyone can always get into these poses. Then you can give me 3 more breaths. Lower the hands down, support with both hands, lower the bum down, and then close your legs. You will feel discomfort, that's normal. Just have yourself recenter before we go into the next pose. Now straighten out both legs to the front. Flex the feet to the toes coming up towards the shins. And then make sure that your spine is neutral, shoulders is back and down. Lean forward with your upper body and first start by holding onto your calves. I know you might feel the need that you just want to go all the way, but for now I want your spine neutral. So it's quite difficult to actually touch the toes if your spine is neutral. Inhale, as you exhale, try to walk your fingers down a little bit further, but still trying to keep the shoulder blades back and down with the spine neutral. Now catch your toes. I don't mind if you bend the back forward now, as long as you try to hold onto your toes. You should feel a nice stretch coming down all the way through the calves into the hamstrings. Keep it there. Now slowly come back up, bend the left knee, catch your right foot holding onto the toe and straighten out your leg as much as is comfortable for you. If that means that you only have it bent slightly, that's fine, as long as you feel the stretch in the hamstring. Bend that knee, bring the back down and swap your hands. Now bring that leg back down, and this is where you're going to need a little bit of balance. Hold on to both of your feet. Try to focus on one spot on the floor, and then try to straighten out both legs as much as you can. If you can, try to hold on to the toes only, resist with the heels, pull the feet up so that the feet is flexed with the toes coming towards the shins, and try to straighten out the legs as much as you can. Then you can bend both knees, bring them back in, hug yourself. With the next pose, I want you to make sure that your one leg, the foot, is at the end of the mat and the knee is at the opposite end of the mat. Then the back leg swings over so that you make a box, so that it's knee straight in line with the hip, in line with the ankle, and same with the back leg, so that you make a block. Then have the hips facing forward, and then from there lean forward with your chest in towards your knee. You should feel a nice stretch going right into your glutes. to make that stretch a little bit deeper, I want you to come up onto your hands, and then you're going to walk your hands towards the knee that's in the front, and then come down again. Keep it there. Now come back up again, and this time walk it towards the opposite side. The idea now is to try to resist with that front leg's knee away as you find yourself leaning towards the foot. Now give me 3 more breaths. Slowly come back up onto the hands, and then you're going to slip and swap the legs. So now the opposite knee is right at the end, foot is at the end, the top end there, that side, and then make sure that both legs makes a block. Lean forward with the chest in towards your knee and keep it there. You'll find that one side is worse than the other side. That's normal, especially if you struggle with side to back. Yes, that's perfect. Come back up onto your hands, and then walk yourself towards that knee in the front. Lower it down again and keep it there. So walk it towards that side. Yes, perfect. Then come back up again, and this time walk it towards your foot. Make sure to resist with the knee away from the body while leaning in towards your foot. Now give me 3 more breaths. Then you can come up onto the hands, slip the right leg all the way back towards the front, bend both knees with the feet on the floor, make sure that you've got your block close by, arms is in line with the shoulders, take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. Straighten out both legs, and then you can take the block, either lie with your head on top of the block or flat on the floor. Palms is facing up towards the ceiling or on top of your stomach. Close the eyes, listen to the music, and relax as we close the class off with Shavasana. I want you to think about the things that you have to be grateful for. Especially the small things that we sometimes take for granted. Like being able to see, the fact that you can hear, feel, and the fact that you've got the privilege to be here today, in this moment. Then you can bend both knees. Catch your knees with your hands while slowly rocking yourself from side to side. If you do have your head on top of the block, please slip it out. Inhale, lift the bum, and as you exhale, rock it up. And then you can put your head in between your knees. Cross your legs and sit up straight. Inhale and reach. Connect the palms of your hands, and as you exhale, bend your elbows and bring your arms down into praying hands. Inhale and reach. Exhale and down. Last time, inhale and reach. And exhale, bring it back down. Shalom. You must have a blessed weekend, and then I'll see you next week.